Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 6, Episode 76 with me, Sid, and I've just got myself up to level 41, and I'm just taking my rupees back to the castle, where I've already done a stack on them, but I think I've probably got enough to make another blue rupee, so let's... there we go. And we'll pop you there, and you can go there. How am I doing now? Oh, God. 11. Wow. Anyway, so I got the levels to enchant. Oh, come on, words. Enchant another level, another piece of my armor. That has already taken a fair old beating. I really would like to get on breaking 3 on that. just because I want Unbreaking 3, and I don't think we have any enchanted books worth speaking of. Yeah, last episode we made the hammer, which gives us the opportunity, and I know what I haven't got with me. I need some chestnut slab. I think, yes I do, because if I'm going up here I can't just keep going up on the thing. I also need the slabbage to continue with that, and I don't think I have it on me. I don't. So the plan is fairly straightforward. We're going to continue building this tower up a bit, and then I'm going to flare it out at the top and put a single structure at the top here. And then as soon as night falls, I'm going to enchant another piece of armor, and then I'm going to rinse and repeat 2 more times to get the necessary, there we go, 37 chesty nut. Any more chesty nut in there? No, so I might need to go and get some more chesty nut. But yeah, the plan would be then to continue on pushing forward and getting myself up a level. Yeah, one thing I've been thinking about is the end. Sorry, that's my phone tinging. One thing I've been thinking about is the end point of this series. Not because I'm anxious to end the series anytime soon, but just because, you know, we need to consider where we are going with it, because I've done the technology in TerraFirmaCraft. I did that last season, actually, in this pack, and you know, if I look in hang on, let me get in the right thing. If I look at immersive, for example, we've got all the things we can do. You know, we've got the let's find a light engineering block, copper, wrought iron, fine. We've got the heavy engineering block, steel, electrum, pistons. Obviously means I need redstone. So we've got the capability to make all of these devices. But I, right now, do not feel the drive to make all of these devices. There comes a point in all mod packs, and I've mentioned this before with the big old kitchen sink packs, especially those that gate progress. And there comes a point where you have to ask yourself, is it worth pushing forward to, I don't know, for example, get the grinder? Now, if we were to have a look at ore, for example, let's have a look at copper. So, if I want to take some copper ore, let's say take the rich, so I can grind that for malachite powder in a grindstone. I can cook it. Malachite powder can be smelted down, so that's worth knowing. We can get that. I can get 2 more, so I can get 6 for that one, 7 for that one, or if I go and put the effort in to make a crusher, which is going to take steel, iron, power, all of the above, pardon me, I can get a single piece of malachite. Or if I cook 2 pieces of rich malachite, I will get a copper ingot. So that's 1 copper ingot for 35. Whereas if I crush that, I'll get 8. That gives me slightly more, and obviously we need to cook 2, so we wouldn't get 2, but it's a hell of a lot of effort for very little gain. And once I've done that, what am I going to do next? Because I've done the gain, I've pushed forward, and I've already got probably the best type of armor. I'm just going to go down and go and have a look at, because I need more. I'm going to need more of this anyway. And I'm going to need to put some light sources in here of some description. But yeah, I've already done the best armor. And once it's enchanted, wow, that looks good. I've got no idea what the mushroom top's going to look like, though. That could be embarrassing. Still think it needs to be a bit higher. But yeah, it's a difficult one. At what point do I think, and gating content to me is kind of counterproductive. I think at least another 20 high, maybe to like up there, so it really does stand out. Needless to say, I'm not going to go up the stairs every time. I'm going to stick a teleportation waystone up at the top there. I don't even know what I'm going to do with the top of it. I just want to continue building and get a shape, and then we can come up with a roof design, which I still need to think about. So yeah, I suspect, and again, I'm kind of spitballing here because I haven't made any solid decisions yet, but I suspect I will be ending this series after episode 80. Just because I'm getting to the point now where I'm not entirely sure what else there is for me to do. I've got my fruit. There's stuff, but food is more or less covered. Equipment is there. We're approaching endgame, I think is to say. I'll probably do a little bit more in the dungeon. I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom again. I can't see the point, because the risk versus reward on that is really terrible. But what I do need to do is go and grab myself some more chestnut. So I think I've got plenty of that. So I will need that to continue building. But let me grab that, and then we'll convene at the enchantment altar, enchantment table. Is that the baby? Hang on, baby. I will save you. Gotcha. Yes, indeed. I can't see the... How am I going to do this? I'm going to put a block down there, like so, and then we're going to do that again. I mean, this has already taken... Well, you could have fallen, to be fair, on that one. This too, look, we've got that is a wall, so well done, Mum. Right. Anyway, yes, let me see about the chestnut, and I'll be back in a second. Alright, we are here. We're going to start off with the helmet, and let's see. Projectile protection. Maybe. Aqua affinity. Could be. Let's get projectile protection in. Let's rotate that. We get that one in, and then we got projectile protection 2. On braking, I will take it, but I think I've screwed up here. I don't think I can fit it in. Oh, damn. Respiration. We can definitely take that. Can I? I've really screwed this one up, haven't I? Can I take you? Oh, I can take them back out. That's interesting. Okay, let's take that, and let's try rotate you and put you in there. Let's take that and bring you over there. That's not going to work though, unless I do that. No, still not going to work, is it? Oh, this is unbreaking, projectile protection. Aqua affinity I can live without, I think. Projectile protection. That's aqua affinity. Oh, I need 2. So that gives me a respiration 2. What am I down to? 33. Soulbound, not bothered. So that's projectile protection 3. I need another unbreaking. That gives me unbreaking 3. I'd like to push slightly higher on projectile protection if I can. Four. And there. That's better. So that's got fire protection. 4. That's got protection 4 and respiration 2, which is not quite as good as it could have been, but that's fine. Right. That means we need to go back to the dungeon and rework some levels. Luckily, this bit is relatively painless. Well, for me. Not so much for the zombies, but there you go. Anyway, I will... whack on a few deaths, and the lights have come in really handy because every now and again I can just go in and grab those missing XP balls. That's working. Oops, that's working really well as well. So yeah, I'll be back in a little while. About 31 levels, which is not enough, but it occurs to me that this will be a lot easier if I could make consecrated dirt, because consecrated dirt is the item you use to modify Tinker's Construct swords to give them smite, and you make that from graveyard soil. But the problem here is we've for this blue schist dirt, and there is no way to make that. I'm not even sure if there is a blue schist. There is potentially, but I would not know how or what to do with that. Convert you to gravel, and gravel to sand, sand to dust, but that's not going to help me get the dirt. Because if I could do that, then I could make probably a manulin blade with a sword, maybe a paper guard, hand guard, something like that, just to up the God, there's some terrifying sounds. Add looting to it, which is from lapis, and lapis we can get a reasonable amount of. It's right next door to our base, and then just throw smite on to increase the damage we're doing in here, so we end up with a smite looting sword, which, I mean, that could be useful. But the problem is I don't know. There doesn't appear to be a way to get that dirt. Yeah, this is... I mean, I know I've mentioned the issues that we have with mod packs before, you know. And especially as you move into the later game stages, I was trying to see whether I could chisel it that way. You do end up in a situation where it's very difficult to test every single permutation of everything. And I can quite easily go and add a recipe to make that dirt, for example. Well, I say quite easily, relatively easily. It doesn't always work the way I would like it to sometimes, but yeah, that's it's a possibility, but You know, there's a big question about how valuable it would be. But we'll see what happens as we go. I love it when you hit one and they just come swarming over the side to assist. Oops, hello. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to get the rest of the... I'll get myself to about level 40 and just let the thing do its picky-uppy bit. Go and grab that little bit. And yeah, I'll be back in a short while. Interesting. Just had an illager spawn. Johnny. Didn't know that was a possibility. Okay, well, we're nearly done here, so I will see you back at the Enchanting station in a little while. Okay, I have put another 10 layers on. I think I'm not going to put another 10, I'll probably just put another 5 on because I think it's going to get silly otherwise, and we're going to start splaying out some supports as well. However, it's getting on towards night time, so I do need to think about enchanting again, which is always, well, enchanting. I'm wondering whether I actually need some more lapis though. Yeah, maybe I should go and get a little bit more lapis first, because I think I've only got about 4 left in there. You can't obviously see right now, but that's fine. So yeah, as I was saying about where this season ends, and it is still very much just bouncing around the ideas in my head at the moment. But I've always, for the last, I can't even think how many years now, I've always had some TerraFirmaCraft content on my channel. And I think to some degree that is picked up by a little bit by Vintage Story now, because, you know, Vintage Story is heavily inspired by TerraFirmaCraft. And, you know, that just makes sense, really. So, while there is the possibility for me to come and find some alternative TerraFirmaCraft content, for example, I noticed that the 1.18 version of TerraFirmaCraft is now on a full release candidate. Now that would be vanilla TerraFirmaCraft, but would that necessarily be a bad thing? Oh, I've got respiration now, haven't I? Look at this. I can sit underwater for ages. Because what is becoming apparent is the modded versions of TFC currently are not really hacking it. You know, there's a definite lack, I think, of... Well, no, that's not fair. I think it is clear that adding the range of mods that are added to these packs is significantly more complicated than just throwing a mod. Which way am I going? That way. throwing a mod into a pack and having done, because, you know, the dirts are all different, the woods are all different, everything about TerraFirmaCraft has slight differences, and that complicates the situation. And for me, I think it might be interesting to go back to the roots and perhaps try vanilla TFC in 1.18 and just to see how that thing's. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not going to put mods in it, because obviously there are certain things I like. I like teleporting. TerraFirmaCraft is a heavy exploration pack, and because of that nature, it can get very, 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 did I mention very? Yeah, probably. Get me boots. I'd like feather falling on these, because that would be something that would be handy. Lunar shield, don't care. Unbreaking, I do care. We'll pop that in. Shock protection, no. Depth strider. Interesting. That is interesting, an interesting one. Let's try that. Lunar shield, no. No, don't want shock protection. I mean, if I have to take shock, oops, what happened there? Depth strider 2, okay. What else we got? Unbreaking, yeah, we'll take it. And Depth strider 3, okay. Well, all I'm getting now is shock protection. Well, we're going to have to take that shock protection then, aren't we? And they're both the same shape. See, I don't know what Lunar Shield does. I think it's cost me enough. Can I squeeze a Lunar Shield in there? Probably not. Not that shape anyway. Or that shape. Or any of those shapes. No, I think we're stuck. What we're down to, 28. Let's see what we get. All Lunar Shield. Unbreaking. I'd like a bit more unbreaking. God. Yeah, don't want that. And a bit more unbreaking. There you go. Depth Strider. It's not the best protection, but it is at least Depth Strider. We'll take it. So, well, I suppose the obvious thing is now let's go and test how nippy in the water I am. Castle. Whee! Well, that's a delight. Yeah. That's actually quite enjoyable. Garlic, beets are not growing. While I'm looking, we'll check over here. Green beans are mature. Tomatoes are mature. They're not quite there. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So those ones are nearly there. These ones are not. I don't understand what the difference is there, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, I need to get more levels. I've got one more piece of stuff to enchant, so return to butchering zombies, I suppose. Back in a mo. Okay, let's get these leggings done. I want to see if unbreaking's good. Lunar shield, I don't want. Oh, stop. Unbreaking is still good. Magic protection. See, I prefer protection, but you know what? Let's go with magic protection. And unbreaking. I don't know what Lunar Shield does, and I don't know whether I would want it. I mean, I've spent the experience on it, so I suppose magic protection, unbreaking, magic protection. So with magic protection 3. We've got Lunar Shield 3. I've got no idea what that enchant does. This is the only issue here. Soulbound, no. Unbreaking, we've got magic protection 4. Done. Right, let's take that. So what does Lunar Shield do? Is it from Nyx? Let me just have a look. Nyx. Lunar Shield increases your damage reduction based on the phase of the moon. During a full moon it is stronger than protection. During a new moon it has no effect. So basically it's kind of crap. However, that's all of that lot, but it does occur to me, I don't know, yeah, alright, and I haven't got the levels anyway, but let me grab myself a sandwich or two. And I need to go and get myself some more building materials because I'm running a little bit low, so let's head over here. One, two, damn it. That is not going to help. Let's try that again. 2 and a 3. Right. And then just run around the outside, like a buffalo girl. Strange glitchiness with these hammers. It's not perfect. Anyway, so going back to mod interactions with TerraFirmaCraft. Case in point, I was sat there thinking, what would be useful out of the magic mods I have? What items would I want if I were to go ahead and build them and take the effort? And just to make case in point here, I started looking at the Britannia stuff, specifically the Sojourner's Sash, because I can make that. Or can I? You see, here's a problem. Rune of Earth requires a block of coal. Or a block of coal. Both. Mushroom, we can probably sort that one out. Chiseled stone, we can get that. But the coal, I can't make a block of coal. I don't have any capability to make a block of coal. I don't think I've got any trickery here that will allow me to convert ordinary coal, well, TerraFirmaCraft coal, into normal coal. I mean, nope, not even that. So, you know, it is really difficult. How do I get that? Because I can't do that. Now, Rune of Air requires some string. Carpet I can do. So that's one we could do, but what I am finding increasingly, that's where I want it to be. Actually it was, because I need chestnut slabs more than anything. Oh, we got another spell to try out. Yeah, I picked up a spell and it was smoke bomb. Oof. Ninja. Not sure how useful that is, but you know, better to have it and not need it, as the saying goes. What are you? Your slabs and your chisels. That's fine. We'll take those. Right. So yeah, definitely interactions and mod interactions, as we keep on seeing, is there are limitations on what you can and cannot do, and I really do need to get some light for in here as well, because it's quite dark. The only saving grace is that mobs don't spawn above ground, so we're not too bad. I'm going to have to... Have I got any? I've got one. Wow. Maybe make a few more. So from here, I think what I am going to do, I'm going to start off with crouching. Big on the crouching for this one, because that will definitely kill me. But we'll come out like that first to start off with. And I am very tempted to actually do this as well, I think. And bring this out. Oh, did I only do 3 of them? Good view from up here. And given this is TerraFirmaCraft, I am, even though I'm congratulating myself, happy with the volume of work we've actually achieved, because, you know, as I've mentioned before, TerraFirmaCraft can be a little bit of a pig when it comes to the old building. So we'll take that down. That's our first step, and I'm not sure how far I'm going to take this out, but we'll take ourselves up a level. So this is the first level. I'm only going to go up 5, so that should give me something to play with, and take you up to there. And obviously at this point we're going to come out, well, actually we're just going to come up in the first instance. I'm very tempted just to go out 1 with a slab rather than, because we can do, actually, yeah, let's let me get rid of that. Get the crafting grid up and make myself a few more of those and get those, because from there we can come out and come out. Perhaps that may don't know how big. I'm not sure how big I want to make this top floor, but this is getting quite large already, just by going up on a two-step. But having said that, there's nothing that says I have to actually go up 5 spots. Now what I would like to do then is also radiate out a little bit like that, and because this is relatively cheap building material, we can knock that one out, and that will give us, I think, a slightly better shape to play with. So I'm going to bring this up, maybe, what are we at that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15 wide diameter circle. Maybe take it as far as a 19 diameter circle. That might be good enough, and that will give us a little bit more on this as well. So I'm going to continue building this up. I will try in the meantime not to die, and well, I will see you when I've laid a few more layers on. Okay, I needed a little more stone and also some liquid and stuff, and I have going to put a thing up here. This is not complete, by the way, but we are getting there. So this is a 19 diameter circle. We're going to go for a 21 diameter circle because I'm going to run around the edge with what's the word I'm looking for? Stair blocks, and give it a little bit more shape. But it's starting to look, I mean, I thought I could and probably should have gone with a bit more variety in the rocks, because it is a little bit bland, I'll be honest. I mean, all the same. But obviously making all these bricks the hard way, well, needless to say, that would not have been a fun experience. You know, the looting of the dungeon is certainly the more effective method of building something like this. And then we'll stick a floor on the top here, and we'll leave that will obviously be there. We'll get this will all come up, and everything will be good and happy, I hope. But I mean, I have no idea what I'm going to do with this space, but I do want to cap the tower off, because I think there's before we complete this series, we do definitely need to finish this and, you know, do all of the things. Now this bit is sketchy, or at least that bit was, but I'm not taking any chances. Because I don't think I've got anything that would actually save me if I fell. I don't think there's any trickery or mystical. What happened there? Wow. That was totally not the right way around. Right, and then we should be good to pop that in there. Yep, that works. And then as long as I can kind of just cling on by the skin of my teeth, I'm alright. But as I've said before, I actually am in real life terrified of heights. And consequently, I tend to find that it, strangely enough, manages to translate over into games like Minecraft, which is why I find Skyblock such a torturous experience. But I mean, I know it's only a game, but it's a very real and irrational. Again, I also acknowledge that a fear of heights. Well, I think it's probably a more rational fear than a fear of spiders in this country. I used to be terrified of spiders, but I actively overcame that. Man, this is getting cramp in my pinky. Oh, hello. Don't do that. There we go. That should hopefully allow me to at least get these ones in place. So I'm going to have to make a few more, I think. Well, I don't think, I know. But still got a few left. Anyway, I'm going to continue getting this done, and then we'll go down and have a look from the ground. Back in a mo. Okay, that is it. My shift finger is killing me. Let's go to the castle. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that was worth it. Now, I could potentially also want to go up and maybe dangle some chains and lights off of that, but you know, that's something we can do later. Let's go and oh yeah, I'm liking that. That is definitely a thing. Like I say, I don't know why I want it, but I do. So there we are. Now I do need a floor in there. We need walls. We need a roof on it, and all the good stuff to go with that. So you know, there's plenty of things to keep me occupied as we move forward. And I may try and make it so I can at least get this config file sorted for consecrated dirt if I can, between episodes, if I remember. But on that note, that is one giant mushroom. I don't know, I'm not entirely sure what was going through my mind when I decided to build that, but I think it could possibly even do with getting some of this going on the top if we can. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if I can somehow do that. If I can, we'll give it a bash, but if not, yeah, not the end of the world. But yeah, I like that. Anyway, on that note, thanks for watching, guys. I will see you soon. Bye for now.